Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals, this is Paul EastXTwitch, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Game School, where we learn about a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight, I'm joined on mic by Tyler.
Hello, everyone.
And we've got Brandykatz off to the side.
Hi.
Tonight, we are pleased to be streaming a game called Pig Eat Ball. Do you know who developed this game, Tyler?
A Windows phone developer called Your Mom's Best Friend.
Something like that. Yeah, a former Windows Phone developer called Mommy's Best Games.
Oh, I was close.
Best game.
You were pretty close. Yeah, it's a funny title, right? And this particular developer, which it's mainly, it may just be one man or it may be mainly the one man, but his name is Nathan Fouts, and we've enjoyed working with him over the years. Back, I interviewed him about Shoot One Up. You know, Shoot One Up was his biggest Windows Phone game, but I think there were a couple others, maybe. The text on these buttons should be centered. There's always a little bit of a do-it-yourself kind of vibe to these games from this developer.
Barf amount.
Barf amount, some, least,
Wow.
or some. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it on some. Adventure or party mode. Let's see if adventure is co-op or not, because I've got a co-op partner here. Far away in the Cake Palace Space Station.
We get cake?
There's a guy with cake for a head. Daddy! The heck? I'm here on the contemplation sofa, my dear. This reminds me of Katamari Damacy, that series. The weirdness on display.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Hi, Daddy. What are you thinking about? Thinking of how many pearls we need to keep the space station aloft. That's a pleasant sound it makes while the text is appearing for the dialogue. We were just playing a different game called Kitaria Fables that's coming out in a month or so on all the platforms. And it makes a typewriter sound when everyone's talking, and it doesn't really fit the
It was so bad.
the aesthetics of the game. Oh, nice. VDH, I'm glad you agree. But what about, I've also been thinking on your future. Oh good, so have I, Daddy. I want to travel the world and see... Princess Bo, it's time that you are married. Uh-oh.
No.
The king of the universe. Married? That's what I said the first dozen or so times that Brandy brought it up. Just kidding. Anyway, yes, you're far too young or maybe far too old to be unwed. But I want to explore. Exploring the bonds of matrimony is a great cause. We shall have many games to find you a suitable suitor with a fine suit. That suits me just fine. Games of skill with competitors from all over my space station kingdom. Yo, Jesus Ninja. Thank you, tech guy. He'll never recognize me now. Is this the daughter or is it someone else?
Everybody's completely different in glasses.
With her disguise in place, Princess Bo enters the... And then it went forward too quickly.
So I'm guessing she's entering...
She's entering this contest of skill to determine her suitor.
Yeah.
Okay, so this part looks like it's only one player. But,
So this is totally brave.
ah! What is happening? X to talk? This is a strange game, Tyler. I'm Samson, the royal advisor and overseer of the king's games, and he's a big shrimp, isn't he? Is that what he is?
I believe
It looks
so.
like it.
I'm here to instruct, but not to interfere. Visit Royal Clams to visit... That makes me want to watch District 9, Tyler. Anyway, to win a pearl and unlock new areas. Win the most pearls and you win the games.
Okay.
Okay, let's go talk to this other guy. I can jump with A.
Would that be pearls of wisdom?
Could be. Pearls Before Swine, that's a newspaper comic. I love the ball games. The winner gets to marry Princess Bo, and this guy's a clam with a bunch of eyes.
Which is a little freaky.
Tech guy says there's nothing prawn about that guy. Isn't that exciting? Eat all 15 yummies. Play, select power up. I've got sassy glasses, great looking, possibly too sassy. I love that description. Yeah, let's do this. Am I trying to eat the tennis balls? Eat all 15 yummies, it says. I don't know what's happening here.
Eat the yummies.
Eat all yummies to beat the level. Oh, I just threw up.
Ew.
I don't understand why. Am I not supposed to? Yeah, don't
Probably
eat
ate
your...
too much.
Don't eat the vomit, it looks like.
Good advice for life.
This is so strange.
You have to go up to...
Wait, what do I have to do?
Question mark,
Try to
right?
hit the question mark.
Okay, my bad. If you eat 3 barfies, you'll barf again. Okay. But what's it saying to do? Oh, look, I gotta... Oh, ew! Oh my gosh. There's barf everywhere. Is that not all? Oh.
And that's only some barf. Oh, look,
That's
the
true.
barf turns into regular.
There you go.
Thank goodness.
And you threw up.
Next medal. I gotta do it faster. Let's try again. We've got to get at least 2 medals here. Now we know how it works. Select power up. I don't understand. You pick select power up and nothing happens. It's part of that UI issue, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
But the sassy glasses are what keep you,
What gave me what? There's all the barf. Okay, we're trying not to eat too much barf because it produces
Right, you just
more.
can't eat 3 barf because it'll take too much time to get you.
Yeah, achievement! Self-improvement.
nice.
Get better time. Well, what are the other medal slots for?
That's funny.
I still only get
Maybe
one.
get it for like the
Yeah.
next game.
I figured
Like
that
the
that
next
would be,
game,
like,
we'll do the
bronze,
second
silver,
one.
gold.
Oh, I see. There's multiple levels of it. It's a 3-level series, I think.
Ah,
okay.
see. That's what I thought.
So who was talking about Ratchet and Clank? I heard somebody talking
Oh,
about
I
it.
did.
Jesus Ninja.
Oh,
I heard,
he says
I heard it's very good.
you haven't actually played it either?
No, I haven't.
Because there's no deal on it yet, or not enough of a deal?
Yeah, and I mean, I have enough games to play that I don't need to play a $70 game. Or a
Me neither.
$60 game.
Ask me how much EDF2 was.
How much was EDF2?
Well, it was about $38. Thank you for asking.
Even with the shipping from Japan?
Yeah, because it was... The shipping is free if you pick the slowest shipping. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, PlayAsia offers that deal, so...
That's not bad.
Yeah, I couldn't say no. I could have also just bought it digitally, but I thought it'd be nice to have the physical version. Ah! The vomit.
Ah.
It's a very charming game.
What is that green countdown on you?
Yeah, I think that means I'm close to throwing up. Another achievement, Pearl of Wisdom. Okay, I didn't get a gold on that level. I don't even know what I really did wrong.
Maybe you just need.
Oh,
faster.
sorry, Jesus Ninja. Yeah, which games am I looking forward to? Tyler, are there any PS5 exclusives that I would be into, or are they all just big AAA things?
Not a whole lot that I can think of. Everyone likes that little free game that came with it, so make sure to play that. I haven't actually.
Astrobot?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, I got a review copy of Darius Burst Another Chronicle EX Plus, which is cool because I collect the Darius and Bubble Bobble series, you know? So,
Rolls
yeah, and
right
I-
off the tongue.
it sure does. It's like an enhanced version of the game that already came out. So I wouldn't recommend people who already bought the last version on PS4 to get it, you know? But if you haven't, then it's quite a good buy. You're sick? Who is sick? Did you get Death Door from Revolver? Death's Door. What is that, Tyler?
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know, Icky. Refresh me. King Cake lets me judge the games and give pearls to the winners. Isn't that the same thing they already said? So much better than working in the Pearl Factory. It's a hit.
Pearl Factory.
Well, I guess I should look into it, but
Do they force pieces of sand in you so you will make pearls?
I mean, I do want the Spider-Man games. I just don't want to pay what they're charging because they're only on sale for 20 to 30% off. Boost to do some damage. I see. Yeah, you boost with the A button, of course.
Death's Door is like Hades of 2021.
Oh! And Hades is finally coming to Xbox, which is pretty exciting. Ah! What is that guy for?
I think it's on Game Pass on Xbox.
Yeah, that's even better. But it's not out yet.
Right, soon. But I think it's like day one on Game Pass.
How do I get through this thing? There we go, got it. You have to do the barfing thing to get through. Oh no, I'm gonna barf again.
Because it basically makes you smaller.
So I thought.
I did the wrong thing. Is that... Well, I'm dashing around all fast because I got sick or something? I don't know, it's weird. Oh, only bronze. Oh, it's like Zelda, Icky says. Okay, darker player. Yeah, no, to be honest, guys, I'm used to being primarily an Xbox guy, even though I like and support all the systems. So I'm just not well read on what's specific to PlayStation, you know. But when, as somebody writing a lot of the news articles at Co-Optimus, I'm learning about more games for other platforms, although a lot of the co-op exclusives that are coming out are Switch games, Tyler.
Oh,
I guess, yeah, it's got really good indie support right now.
Yeah, it does.
And yeah, thank you very much, Pixeltino.
Hey, no time for games. Good to see ya.
Yo, no time for games. We're glad you're here.
In 16 seconds.
Last time I saw No Time for Games, we were playing Super Bomberman R. No, we weren't. He was busy, wasn't he? But we missed him. Oh god, what's
You
happening?
have to eat 3. It says in 16 seconds.
Oh god.
So
I'm going too slow.
there's one more. Yep. Did it.
Level complete. I did this hair thing at the end. How do I get that hair?
Ooh.
Svazpol made it. Glad you're here. Same. Svazpol did play Super Bomberman R online with us. If the bugs eat more, you lose. So you have to eat 20 yummies and keep them from the bugs. We can do that. Yeah, Roy Ball makes a good point about affordability, doesn't he?
They do need a Game Pass.
He says that Sony first-party exclusives being $70 makes them less exciting, knowing that we can just get games on Game Pass for what we're paying for Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, even if they were 60, I'd still say the Game Pass, you know,
Has that advantage.
kind of dwarfs it. Yeah. Well, I mean, is Halo gonna be 60? You think? Do we know Halo Infinite's gonna be 60?
I hope it will, because one thing about it is that the multiplayer is free to play, so they can't even they can't say they're charging you for the multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
In fact, if he's smart, if it's campaign only, they could charge a little bit less, but they'll probably still do 60 at least.
Demon Souls would be a fun one on PlayStation 5 to go back to. Or
You're
to
right.
go to.
I definitely do want that one.
Yeah.
Who's beating you?
I haven't played it either because it was. By the time I got around to really like the Dark Souls style games, it's kind of outdated on PS3.
Yeah, I mean, it always had frame rate problems and stuff.
Exactly.
The rules of the game state, new areas unlock with more pearls. So one thing I'm liking about this game here is if I was to decide to review it for the
Oh
site,
wow, Jono.
it's simple enough that I could just play it for an hour and be able to review it, you know?
Jono says I think it's Australia, it's $100 to $125 for just regular standard versions of the game.
That's a fair difference, but I wonder what the somebody work out the percentage compared to 60 to 70. Because the thing is, it's Australian money, and Jonah would never. Jonah would never be like those.
Rate?
There's all these random people on Facebook or whatever. They'll, you know, like a Canadian guy will be like, "You think that's bad? We pay 90 for our games." And it's like, yeah, you do, but your money system is different from ours, so it doesn't. Okay. It's not the same as us paying 90 for it.
Yeah, they pay like 4,000 for it in Mexico.
There you go.
Alright, so I got it.
It's all based on what things cost in that country. You know, the value of that country's money. Well, okay, you work it out, darling.
So 100 Australians is 73.46. So 73.46 is the low end.
Why am I picking this bug up? You can pick them up and shoot them around for some reason.
The high end is $91.82. Thank you, Google.
So what's the percentage? That's what I wanted to know. The percentage...
0.73.
No, of the increase. That's the
73.
increase?
No, the increase would be 27.
I'm not sure I understand.
His increase went from what? From 100 to 125?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I put in...
a 25% increase, and our increase is 10 out of 60 would be an 18% increase.
Ooh, so
yeah.
They did get slightly worse off then. We feel it for you, Jono.
I got you, Jono. And again, thank you, Google.
So guys, I'm replacing this chair. I got a new chair about 3 weeks ago, you might remember. The stupid chair cannot lock upright anymore, so if you lean back at all, it just leans all the way back, you know? It's like sitting on a stool.
Nice,
it's just not good for my back. I hate it. And like Amazon already gave me the refund, now I just have to pick another chair to buy with it because they were out of stock of the same chair. First, you must get all gold medals before you can try for it. So that's what it...
Go ahead.
In one of the levels, I saw like a hair piece, but I couldn't get to it. It's because I didn't get all.
You don't like that new chair you bought?
I would like it if the locking mechanism had not broken, but it just won't lock in place. Right.
Aww.
Yeah. Right at first it
Mickey.
did, and I was like, "Oh, this new chair is so great," you know. But now it's let me down. And the frustrating thing is, my other chair, the locking mechanism, also had broken. But it took like a year and a half, 2 years for that to happen. So I'm just having some bad luck with. It's just an important thing. Yeah, they have warranties, Bob, but I would rather just get my money back and try again. So what am I supposed to be doing now? I gotta pay some kind of attention.
I have no idea on this one.
See,
So I need to be...
they make this weird scream when you pick them up. It's quite amusing.
They look like cross between pill bugs and... I don't know. A little bit like...
What a creative... I can just run around barfing on all of them. Let's do that.
It's species Delta or Gamma or whatever.
From EDF.
Yay.
I heard an achievement sound.
Hey, I believe you.
I don't seem to have gotten one. Ah, did one of them just throw up too? Look, there's barf everywhere.
Oh, gross.
It's intensity in 10 cities. Yeah, a little bit, Heaven
Zombies
Smile.
ate my neighbors.
Yeah, speaking of which, I tried to get a review copy of that because I would have liked to have reviewed the recent re-release, but LucasArts wouldn't answer my email. Achievement, yes.
Fill her up.
Fill a pill bug with barf.
Wow.
That's amusing. They roll up into a potato is what you're saying?
No.
No, I would
they-
assume they eat potatoes and like Idaho
Yes.
is
Oh.
Yes.
potato, so that's probably where the name came from. But other
Right.
places in the country call them
Called gushers here.
Wow.
Yeah.
called gushers before.
Yeah, Robob, you're confusing them with the fruit snack, but I mean they're quite similar looking, so I understand how you could do that.
Roly-poly, pill bug, and potato
Hold your breath to go
bugs.
slowly. Okay, how X to go slowly, I see. Interesting.
Oh, wow. I don't know if anybody who eats bugs, but I'll take your word for it.
I like
Bite
to
on them, they explode. That's true of a lot of bugs, I would assume.
yeah, I just can't see why you would do that.
Exoskeleton. Yum.
Eat 3 barfies and you'll barf again. I thought I already knew that. Oh god, the spike guys. Okay, did that give me a shield?
It looks like it.
Yeah, and apparently I keep hearing the achievement sound effect. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing it from my computer because it's got the Xbox app running. Spazpole shared his. Will you open it in one of your
Yeah.
tabs so I can look at it later? Thank you.
Yep, not a problem.
Another achievement, slow ride. Wait, or is it the same one? Yeah, it's the same one, isn't it? Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, let's welcome Mongbox back. She was sick for a while, and we're really glad she's okay. You have 42 yummies.
Welcome back, Mom.
Yeah. Tyler, did you know that our friends Wolfblade and Thyrenia recently got Xbox Series S's?
I did not know that.
Yes. And we got to play Warhammer Vermintide 2 of them, and it was so much of a better
Instant
experience, because yeah, the game's loading time is quite lengthy on a regular hard drive, and especially on the
So
older.
awesome there.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
yeah, I
game.
guess that makes sense. So like if you're playing cross-generation, the newer generation's going to be hampered by the load times of the older generation players.
Yeah, it's totally a real thing, and it happens on computer games too, because on computer games there's going to be a lot of people who have SSDs, but not everyone.
Right, that makes sense.
Okay, how do I get through this? Oh. Okay. We beat the level. Yeah, Wolfie's enjoying the load speed as well. That's good.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the only thing about the Series S that bugs me, I wish there was a model that had the full 1 terabyte storage by default, you know, because the 512 is a bit low, but
Yeah.
can't be helped.
This
Did
is
they
why I've
prefer
kept...
the S's, or was it just the easier one to get their hands on?
Well, what I heard is that somebody got them a Series S, you know, for like affordability, and then they just got one to match it.
Gotcha.
But everything's an improvement over the previous gen, you know, even if it's not the most expensive one, it's still cool to have. Yeah.
Does the Series S have a disk drive?
Yeah, does the Series S have a disk drive? That's a good question. I'm thinking no, but I forget.
Oh, he needs the chair for a lot more than 90 minutes.
Yeah, I remember I'm a journalist now, and I type a lot, and no back support, it's just so bad for you. It's not good.
Yeah. He writes for at least about 4 hours every weekday.
Yeah, well,
And that's
most
at the
weekdays.
minimum.
The minimum is more like 3, but usually it's about 4.
Yeah.
Tyler really misses writing, I'm sure. Why am I shooting bananas out?
I
Writing's
think
a lot of fun and sharing your. I don't know. It's like a shooter. Writing's a lot of fun and it's fun to share your opinion on things, but
Yeah.
it is extremely time consuming.
That is
Yeah.
so true.
and then fact checking and,
Oh yeah, yeah. There's so much more
Everything
to it than
else.
just the writing.
Yeah,
There's
and I
always
liked
some type of research to it.
yeah.
that is very, very true. And yeah, a lot of people wouldn't expect that, but I try to be accurate and I try to understand the series history and things like that.
Yeah, well, because if you're gonna write it wrong, there's no point in writing it. There's enough bad information out there in the world.
Oh my god, yes.
Super true, super true.
So yeah, it's tough. That's kind of one of the reasons I got away from writing is I've been doing more like eBay selling and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot more profitable when you think about like how many hours you put into writing. Writing really just has to be a hobby that you enjoy to justify doing it.
Yeah, and I do. I mean, I missed it. I didn't realize how much I missed it until I started doing it again, But, yay, Pearl. But you're right, like, even if, for most websites, you just get paid with the game that you review. And so, you get a $60 game, but then you have to play that game for 6 or 10 hours to review it sometimes. And so it's not actually super profitable even by that metric, but at least you're getting games that you might not have been able to afford otherwise.
Yeah.
The screaming sound is hilarious. This is a really weird, obviously very creative game, and I love that. Yeah, the UI may be a little wonky here and there, but the actual game looks perfectly professional and clean. Okay, check the pearls menu to see what pearls you collected. Okay, how?
It's kind of a different art style. I kind of like it.
Pearls collected. Okay, I don't... Oh. How did I switch up, down, left? Highlight the different areas and you can see if you've got them yet or not.
Oh, okay. And then you just get more to open up new places.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I want those bananas. Give me the bananas. I can't get them. Doesn't look like it anyway. But yeah, Tyler, being able to share about, and even, I think of it as being able to inform people about games that I care about and to do my part in promoting them informatively, But it feels really good to do that with a series that I love and care about, like EDF or Darius or whatever. Something spooky around here. And then other times we're writing stories about little indie games, and those indie developers need all the help they can get getting the word out, so you're actually making a difference in their lives just by writing a story for them.
Absolutely.
There you are. I was afraid you were muted.
Nope, I'm here.
So Tyler, one thing that we've been meaning to talk about is the movie Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Oh yeah.
The long-awaited sequel to the original Michael Jordan film from Warner Brothers. So, A New Legacy, it was on HBO Max. Is that how you watched it?
Yes, it is.
And what did you think of it, T-Dog?
So I liked maybe the middle hour, the Looney Tunes stuff for the most part. Thought it was fun and funny, and I thought some of the crossovers were good. And I tried not to be overly cynical about Warner Brothers just throwing all their properties in there.
Oh my gosh.
So I did like that. I enjoyed it. I just thought it kind of goes off the rails a little bit at the end, and I enjoyed how wacky it kind of got, just how stupid funny it was. Like the first 20 minutes, the last 20 minutes, the sentimentality is this bad, dumb story with poor acting, and yeah,
Very bad.
The
acting.
very
the first
beginning,
25 minutes,
especially.
It's 20.
Oh, yeah.
It's 25, 27 minutes, however long it is. It's
It got better near
interminable.
the end, but
And
at the
yeah.
beginning.
The Braun in particular is super bad at the beginning, but
He's wooden.
I thought he got more bearable by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
interesting. I feel the exact same way. Like, it's like, why? Maybe they should have just completely reshot the entire beginning. Maybe it's just not financially feasible to do something like that or whatever. But yeah, he's quite a bit better at the end than at the beginning, where he's just, it's like, oh man, if he's like this the whole movie, this is going to be unwatchable.
yeah, I couldn't stand to watch a whole
Yeah.
2 hours of that.
Yep.
And
And
the movie's too long.
It is too long. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes too long.
Yeah, the
And
original's
Paul-
90 minutes long, and it's just fast. It's it's peppy, and you're enjoying yourself the whole time. This one, there are long stretches where there's nothing to enjoy, or a lot less to enjoy.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, I think it helped when LeBron went in to be a cartoon character, which I don't think is too much of a spoiler. Because he was just able to do voices, and I think that helped a little bit.
Yeah, do you know, apparently people, I mean, it's not official, but apparently that was done so they could they have a limited amount of time with him, so they're like, okay, let's record his lines in a sound booth, and that takes a lot less time than having to record him on a green screen and sets.
Yep.
So it's a little bit, it's still a cynical thing, even though it's not necessarily hurting the movie at that time. But,
Well, Go ahead.
oh, well, no, you go first.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's kind of like, for just not really off topic, but with Marvel's new show, What If? It feels
Yeah.
like the same way. Like, there's no way they could have got those stars, some of the stars, back again for, I don't know what those shows are going to exactly exist of. But being able to just do voices means they could probably get a lot more of the voice actors than if they try to make What If a live action show.
Definitely so. And the
I
scale,
would believe it.
but with the What If show in particular, the scale of that show, where it's going to whole different universes and worlds all the time,
Right.
that would be hard to do live action for an affordable, just
So
reasonably.
like on a TV show too, not a $200 million movie.
Yeah. Oh, there is still one ball left. Dang it. Michael Jordan was more believable. Like it just seems like, as far as the new legacy goes, like maybe they were giving the Braun acting classes. Maybe they shot it basically in order, and they were giving him acting classes as they went along. So at the beginning, he just didn't have the training.
Yeah,
That's my
maybe.
theory for it. Although movies aren't usually shot in chronological order, but sometimes
Yeah, usually
they
they're
are.
not. They're not, so I don't know. But I mean, yeah, he's so stiff and just unwatchable in the beginning. Like, I would never watch the first 25 minutes of that movie again.
I know, you'd have to at least skip it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say there weren't very many parts that I liked at all. Overall, my official position on the movie is that I hated it.
Okay. And
And-
I definitely didn't hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah, like, I mean, not to the extent of, say, Man of Steel or Prometheus, where I actually had high hopes for it to begin with. But it's, the first Space Jam is... Do you like the first Space Jam, Tyler? I
Yeah,
forget if we talked
a
about it.
ton.
Yeah, like, that movie is actually an okay movie. Like, it's not the best movie ever, but it doesn't do anything really wrong, and it's fun, and it's not... it's based on an actual TV commercial, but it's not, like, only commercial. Like, they took their commercial premise, and they just tried to make the most fun movie they could with it, right?
Right.
And New Legacy's purpose seems to be just to advertise Warner Brothers and the Braun as much as it can. And, like,
So
okay, I just
every
died
time
there. I
you
don't know what's
do
happening.
that, you have more balls to get.
Jaws the Revenge Bad's possible?
So you need to try not to do that as much.
Maybe Jaws the Revenge Bad, you could see it. Okay. Yeah, I'm very passionate about what we're talking about, so I don't want to learn whatever I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong?
Basically, every time you throw up,
Yeah.
you have to wait for it to turn back into those yellow balls. Like, you have to get them. Like, right now, you only need one more. Now you need 14.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but it
what-
couldn't be helped.
What you need to do is go get that one ball on the far side first.
Yeah.
And then spit it out.
Definitely.
Finish it on the near side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That does sound like a
Yeah.
much smarter idea than what I was doing.
Because
Okay.
it's just too much.
Yeah, you're right. So the thing is, for
That's
instance,
one ball.
in this movie, there's a part where they go to the Justice League world and they go to the Matrix world and stuff. And you can see how somebody
Yeah,
would
see,
appreciate
now
that
you're
in
good.
theory. Like, some of the people in our audience really like Ready Player One, right? And this movie is the Warner Brothers version of Ready Player
Yeah,
One.
that's what my friend said too. Who'd seen Ready Player One. I haven't seen it, so.
The thing is, like, they actually emulated the style of animation of Justice League Unlimited, you know, of the
Right.
classic Justice League cartoon. So I liked that, but from a storytelling thing, like, what they were doing there was not good. And then they go to the Matrix, and it's like, it's just so impossible to care about that stuff. It's just, I mean, it's too blatantly commercial. It's like fan service without a greater purpose, I guess.
See, and I was able to enjoy it for the fan service that it is, though. I can understand why others would not.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't like fan service, but it can't be the only point of the long, long movie, you know?
Yeah, but
Alright.
where else are you going to see Foghorn Leghorn riding in Game of Thrones?
The Game of Thrones stuff was also bad, by the way. Like, I didn't think it fit the movie at all. You know, like, it makes sense to put some of that stuff in if you're doing a crossover. But yeah, like, they mixed in a Clockwork Orange and Game of Thrones and stuff just because they own it and not because that stuff mixes with Looney Tunes in any good way, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, I liked it, but I know what all those things are. Like, it doesn't mix together well, but it's fan service for people who like all that stuff.
Well, see, that's what I like seeing all those things in the background. You know, it's just it's kind of the reason I watch something like
Okay, let's
Family
see what this
Guy is
is.
that I'm old and I can catch all the references.
Quick start to try again.
Yeah.
You know?
And the background stuff I actually thought was overdone. I more so like where they put in some effort to, you know, and even like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Austin Powers thing. I hope we're not spoiling too much. Even the Austin Powers thing was like, there was no effort there other than like putting the image into the video. But like then you said like the Batman thing, like it was a new animation style and that's you know had a little bit of effort put into it.
Yeah, and I appreciated that effort.
Right. Even though like no one said anything.
Yeah, like, why would you advertising a Clockwork Orange to kids, like this family movie, and you're just weird things in it? So help me figure out what I'm doing wrong in this level, guys. But see, all those things I could probably forgive, Tyler, if the basketball of the movie wasn't broken. Like, if the game of basketball in the movie was tolerable. But it's not. It's like watching Quidditch in Harry Potter or
Okay,
something.
I think you,
how
need to do the same thing you did on the other one.
Anytime we bring up Harry Potter, I mention how Quidditch is totally stupid, and I hate that it's a big part of Harry Potter, you know? And this... Apparently they thought basketball wasn't cool enough, so they have the kid make up this stupid video game version where nothing matters. And so then they're playing the game, and like, oh, all of a sudden the bad guys get 1,000 points, and none of it makes any sense because it's stupid, not basketball. Like, they're not even just cheating at basketball. It's like a dumb, broken video game version of it. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
You don't think that the Toon Squad should have got points for a Porky Pig rap?
a lot of people really hate that part. It is a very cynical scene, but I guess if I think about it, I don't know. I wasn't as offended by that. And yes, I agree with that. Why was that banned? What Heaven Smile said. Anyway, Icky permitted it. All right. Now, give me some direct advice here, guys, because I know I'm doing
I
bad.
said, do the same thing you were doing.
But yeah, I need to show you.
Get the big pile at the end.
I'll try. I need to show you the pitch meeting for it, Tyler. You know, the Ryan George's pitch meeting videos are really good. And he said this much more intelligently than I'm capable of saying it, especially while playing a video game and streaming. But yeah, the way they messed up the basketball game, it makes it really tough to follow and care about, you know? And I think, like, the whole point of it is them playing basketball against each other, right? So
There you go.
it just really messed it up. Thank you, guys. I should have seen that.
Yeah, it's not like basketball at all or whatever. Like it's definitely something else. I can see that.
Yeah, if any one of those three big complaints of mine weren't there, I probably would be more accepting of it, but it's just a lot. Coyote does all the work there, and Smile says.
I like Coyote. He did good in that.
Yeah, Robob.
He's always the loser, so seeing him the winner is kind of cool.
What am I supposed to be doing here? Get the star
I think
before
get
them?
the star before they do.
Oh, God. This game I'm playing now is a bit like Quidditch, if we're honest, in that it's just a weird sports game that doesn't necessarily make sense.
It's okay. I forgive you for not being a Harry Potter fan.
No, that's the thing. I don't necessarily hate Harry Potter, but I hate Quidditch itself. Like, I don't like a sports ball game that doesn't make good sense. Yay! Okay, so we got another pearl. That's good. But what about, Tyler, you know, we recently finished all the Marvel movies. Haven't you been rewatching some of them yourself?
I have been.
Nice. Have you watched any this week?
Yeah, I watched Thor 3 and Black Panther
Ooh,
and Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
right on.
Couple weeks.
Okay, why don't you give us your fresh impressions of each of those?
Well, Thor 3 has always been good, and I still like it a lot. It's very entertaining, very funny, very colorful.
Yeah, I love the color.
You know, it's definitely one of the best Marvel, even if it's maybe not the most, like the most in-depth or most heaviest movie. It's still one of the best Marvel movies, in my opinion. Black Panther is better than I remember, which has kind of been the case for most everything that I've watched. A lot of good movies are better the second time you watch it because you catch things you didn't catch the first time because you're familiar with so much more of the story.
Yeah, extra
You're familiar
depth.
you're familiar with side characters that maybe you just kind of brushed off the first time because it was hard enough, you know, paying attention to the main characters. So for the most part, I've enjoyed all the movies more than I did the first time around.
That's good to hear.
But yeah, Black Panther's good. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is good. I still think the ending is too long, but it didn't feel quite as draggy as the first time.
Black Panther or Guardians?
Guardians.
I see.
I love Guardians.
Yeah, you know, when I saw it in the theater, the green screen of the ending part, like, it was super green screeny, and it really bugged me. But it didn't...
Black Panther or Guardians?
Well, both, but Guardians in particular, since we're talking about that one.
Sure.
But, yeah, watching it this time, it didn't... Which would be, like, 2 weeks ago now, but it didn't bother me as much. Maybe just because I was already prepared that it was going to be that way.
Right.
Could it be small screen versus big screen? I mean, bigger something is, the more you're gonna see.
It's either that or just
issues.
me, like, knowing, okay, this part's on a soundstage, don't expect it to look like they're on a real alien planet, and just living with it. You know what I mean? Because, like, when we watch a TV show, like, we just watched Loki and stuff, you know, when we watch a TV show of it, we understand they don't have the money to go everywhere, and yeah, the alien stuff's probably going to be that kind of thing. And I don't know. Adjusting your expectations a little can help.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about Kurt Russell ego in Guardians 2?
He's not my favorite. He's fine.
I think he's got some depth to him. You know, like, a lot of the Marvel villains are just totally forgettable, and I think he is
Right.
better than that.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a shallow god from another planet. He's like, he's got real depth, and it's funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That just struck me.
His turn is super quick. Like there's no huge reason to expect that he's going to be the main villain, other than that the movie needs a main villain, and who else would it be?
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, he turns real quick. Like
I messed this one up again.
in that
Yeah.
that scene where he's talking with Star-Lord and stuff.
So you would have liked it to have been more gradual?
Yeah, more gradual.
Also more, like, a lot of people, even though they're the villain, you can see, you know, if he was doing it for some cosmic good purpose or something, and he's just misguided.
Well,
You know,
he had to
there's
invent a
something.
purpose, and everyone to him are
Right.
like ants.
Right.
So, I mean,
And
his...
that's
Yeah?
it's a that exact motive is something that Marvel likes to fall back on over and over. Like
Yes.
this ultra powerful being thinks that they know what's best for the entire world or the entire universe, and so they're going to impose their way. And so
Yes.
it just seen it a lot in Marvel movies.
Yeah, but I mean, is that even avoidable?
Not
If you're-
real, I mean, not totally, but I definitely like movies where the villain, and it's hard in comic book movies like with Marvel where everyone's so powerful and you have to make the villain even more powerful, otherwise how is the, you know, how is
Yeah.
the hero gonna have anything to overcome?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, Marvel always gets, you know, one of the things they kind of struggle with is villains, and it's definitely more obvious on a second rewatch of how inconsequential a lot of them are.
Yeah, and a lot. Actually, another thing people say about Marvel villains is people don't like when they're just a reflection of the hero. You know, like Iron Man is fighting another armored dude, etc. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. That
What?
never bothered me at the time. I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, the internal conflicts of the heroes are always way better. You know, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, their conflicts within themselves of, you know, being an actual team. Are they friends? Are they not friends? Are they bounty hunters? You know, what does each of them want? Is much more interesting usually than like the actual villain and that sort of confrontation to me anyway.
Right on. Yeah, and maybe I mean that's got to be deliberate to some extent. Like they're trying to get you to follow the hero and care about the hero.
Yeah.
But I do want a memorable villain, and I don't want the villains to always be killed off all the time.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Although, like, there are stories where, and I guess that's more of a video game trope than like a superhero video game trope than a movie trope where, like in the new Spider-Man, if Spider-Man would just kill some of these villains, he would save thousands of lives because the prison system is not equipped to house these supervillains, and they constantly break out. And it's like Spider-Man, if he would just kill them, he would save people. Same, you know, ditto with Batman.
But then they have, you know, him killing people, which is not. People don't want to see a 17-year-old go, you know. Exactly.
Yeah, and you want little kids pretending to be these characters. So if there's a lot of killing, it messes it up.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but it's still obnoxious.
You're right,
God.
especially in Batman. I mean, Batman has the Joker who's done all these mass killings and such, and yeah, life would be better for everyone in the universe if he just killed the Joker, but usually they just won't let him. Okay.
There's a good. I mean, I feel like there's actually a lot of killing in my mind in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Because my understanding with Yondu's arrow is that is shooting through people's heart and killing them. That is not knocking them out.
Yeah, you're right. Kills the crap out of him.
Yeah. There's a lot of death in Guardians of the Galaxy. It almost feels like they wanted to try to go for an R rating on that movie, and they just said no. Because they want Groot to say the F word, but at the end, but he doesn't because it's Groot.
Yeah. Well, one thing is it's directed by James Gunn, and James Gunn is more of an R-rated kind of director.
Sure.
Like his new Suicide Squad movie, they say it has a whole lot of killing and stuff. Like,
yeah, is it rated R?
Yes, it's rated R, and apparently it could have almost been not rated, like with how violent it is.
Wow.
But they do some stylistic things, like Kill Bill did that one time.
Right.
So it'll be interesting.
I was watching. I can't remember what movie I was watching, but it was a pretty gory movie already, and they didn't show something, and I bet that they had to take something out there in order to get their R rating. There was some sort of movie that I can't remember that's intentionally. Oh, it's Nobody.
Ah, I haven't seen that yet, but I really want to.
Just a very violent movie.
I got some keys. B, what is it?
Can't we all just get along? Sorry, had to.
Yep says he wants more R-rated movies. Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to have movies that are specifically for adults and not movies that always have to take young children into account or whatever. So, what? Talk. No, that's not Hannah. He wants me to bring Hannah to him, apparently.
Oh.
And I still don't know what I'm doing with these keys. There's a guy behind a wall over here. It looks like there's maybe a crack in the wall on the outside. I don't know.
Rated M would have more uncensored stuff, but that's not really a rating.
Yeah, not a film rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a. Yeah.
So I don't really
R
like
is
the...
restricted. It means you have to be 18 or over.
17.
Supposedly. Yeah. Oh, 17?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I believe it's 17. But yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
This is... I don't really like kind of the maze-like nature of getting to the levels. I suppose it adds some longevity to the game, but...
Yeah, I don't really totally know what's going on right now.
I'm trying to find where to use this key, but I have no idea. Yeah, and Darker Player asked if I would ask J.K. Rowling to get rid of Quidditch. Yeah, which, yeah, it's a silly question, but it's not that just because I don't like something doesn't mean I don't want it to exist. I just have my reaction to it, which is that I don't like it, and it's normal for us to like or dislike whatever we're exposed to. So,
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. No clue
not
where to go.
not everything that you dislike needs to be obliterated from existence.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a silly way to think. Like, the things that need to be obliterated are things that hurt people, like racism and things like that, but not just things where it's a matter of taste. Okay.
I happen to love it, so yeah. I'm glad.
You say you love Quidditch, but you don't really.
I love it all. I'm a total.
I've never seen any of the
Sure.
Harry Potters.
Really? None of them? Wow.
Yeah, none of them.
I've read the entire book series like 5 times.
They didn't come out in the
seen
80s,
the
Tyler.
movies uncountable.
I've never read
Okay.
the books either.
Well,
I have.
because unfortunately you're not much of a reader, but as far as movies go, your usual excuse is that it came out in the 80s and you skipped watching
Yeah.
movies in the 80s.
Oh yeah, someone was trying to get me to watch a couple episodes of Cobra Kai, and man, that was horrible.
Really? Is it just because you hadn't watched the movie first, or
I
what?
mean, I think the acting's really bad. The story's pretty stupid. Like, I don't know, it wasn't.
Wow. I
I
mean,
haven't seen it yet.
it doesn't make sense to watch something that is so deliberately a sequel without having seen what came
Yeah,
before
that's
it,
probably
But I could see, for instance, I could see the acting of the main adult people from the Karate Kid movies to be kind of rusty, at least in the first season, because those people had not acted in years.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio, what did he do besides Karate Kid?
Yeah, I wouldn't think any of them have major acting chops.
Okay, let's get out of the area
He
we're
was in a
in.
sitcom that was really funny.
Macchio was?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. But even that is a different kind of acting than
Yeah.
dramatic acting.
I can't remember what it is though.
Yeah, Darker Player says Suicide Squad is supposed to be violent. And yet, everything I hear about it sounds pretty good. Although maybe I might not like how many characters get killed, because it sounds like he's really cavalier about killing off these characters because they're throwaway characters.
Right.
I'm a little bit sentimental, so like I can live with some death, but maybe too much death might rub me the wrong way. We'll just have to see.
Yep.
But it's guaranteed to be better than the Suicide Squad movie that came before.
Yeah, well, the reviews have been really pretty strong for it, so that's a really good sign.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Spaspole mentions Ralph Macchio was in My Cousin Vinny. How did I forget that? Yeah, of course. I haven't seen that in years, but I love that movie. And I
was
think you do too, don't you,
hilarious.
Tyler?
I haven't seen My Cousin Vinny.
The two
Really?
Beats.
Dang. I wonder which one of my good friends it is who really likes it. I forget.
I mean, I liked it.
But you should see it.
Frank
Although
Gwynn is the judge.
I wouldn't
It's
watch... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be some life-changing or amazing movie,
No,
but it's
but
just
it's really
a
good.
fun, well-done little movie, of its time.
Nice.
Joe
It got an
Pesci.
Academy Award.
Did it really?
Yeah, the girl. Marissa Tomei.
Who would go on to be Aunt May and Spider-Man, didn't she?
Yes.
May.
Yeah.
Hot Aunt May.
Yep.
There's no May is as good as hot Aunt May. She's the best.
That's right.
I can't
Spider-Man
argue
games,
with
she's like-
that.
In Spider-Man game, she's like 100 years old, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, that surprised me too. I was like, oh, I thought she was older.
Look, it's a boss
Nice.
level. Boss level, this is
It was
crazy.
really good.
These little bug guys, they remind me of the, like the shrimp people from SpongeBob. Okay, I see, I have to get that guy to cut through the barrier.
Gotta get bacon.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Okay, eat a
Don't
dot and
die.
you don't die. Yeah.
So what did you think about Wanda and Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Have you watched any or all of them?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Great. Yeah, so we just finished up Loki right before the stream.
Yeah.
So now we're finally caught up, which is nice because, I chose to sit out the shows when they were coming out because Brandy had not seen all the movies.
Yeah, I hadn't.
Yeah, and anyway, I really liked them all. I know Brandy liked Loki the best.
I did.
But
then again, I like Loki the best.
It's hard for me to pick one that I like the best because all three of them are quite different. Wouldn't you say, Tyler?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
I kind of lead towards WandaVision as my favorite, which is, I know, weird because it's some people's least favorite out of the three.
It was
I'll look
my
at the
least
story
favorite.
part. It's just
I
as
mean,
I
it's
thought.
good, but
WandaVision does the really experimental thing, in case people didn't know. The first 3 episodes are like set entirely within a sitcom world.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, and we don't
Yeah.
want to spoil why, but I just thought that was a really interesting, cool, experimental thing for the series to do, and you never would do that in a movie, right? Like, if they did it in a movie, it'd be little 5-minute segments, not a whole episode set in those sitcom worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm shocked two things. I'm shocked they let it go on for 3 episodes. Like, I think an episode and a half would have been good for me. But also for it to be the very first Disney Plus Marvel show, for them to go that direction right at the start is interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's creative and it's experimental, and I really enjoy that about it. I also like the show takes the Scarlet Witch in the movies, who is not that much like the comic Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
and it actually bridges the character. It turns her into, I don't want to be very spoilery, but it brings in elements from the Scarlet Witch comics into the show, and then you've got some other interesting Marvel characters who show up. The stuff they do with Vision is great. Like really compelling. I thought Vision's
Paul
portion
Bettany.
of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, I like WandaVision after. I mean, I didn't dislike the first 3 episodes, but they definitely weren't, they weren't my favorite.
I had to get used to it.
I liked a lot of WandaVision. I'd say, I don't know, Loki or WandaVision, I go back and forth on. Loki's probably a little, because of those first 3 episodes in WandaVision, Loki's probably a little bit more well-rounded. There's one episode of Loki that's a real snoozer, that is a character development episode, but also, I mean, it's just a completely filler episode as well. Like, nothing significant happens in it.
Do you remember which number it was?
It was the 4th one.
I'm gonna have to see what happened in it because I didn't perceive it that way when we were watching it.
Neither
There's
did I.
I mean, I don't think it's too spoilery to say that some of the main characters were on a train for most of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. And they could have, I suppose they could have skipped it. It did show some important bonding because the bond
that
that
was
gets
the whole-
formed is fairly important to the drama and the outcome of the series. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Sorry, Yup, it was probably me, and I was leaning back, so it might have affected my speaking.
Yep. How could you ever forget Tyler? He's our
and
main Platinum too.
Yup and Platinum Ace Trick probably don't care because they don't like the MCU anymore. So
Hey,
they're
I'd
out.
given up for a while.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
I had
which
given
like that.
up because I was tired.
Yeah, you and I have both gone through it again recently, and yeah, it still holds up very well, right? And they keep on doing cool and interesting things. Like, the thing about these shows is they're telling stories that wouldn't fit well into a movie, right? Although Royal Bob made the argument that Falcon and Winter Soldier could be a movie,
It really could have.
but I think it would lose a lot of the cool thematic depth having to deal with Isaiah Bradley and stuff.
That was.
Do you remember his character?
The older.
Yeah, in the comics, Isaiah Bradley is the Black Captain America, and he always has had a rough time of things. Whether it's the comic or the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know who that was. Royal Bob says I'm quiet too. I mean, it happens a lot. I don't know why. It's like every time I get on mic, it's a different
Yeah.
That is true.
volume. Yeah, I agree with Royal Bob. Bradley was there for like 10 minutes. He was not a big part of the movie in my
Oh,
the show,
they
in my
visited him
opinion.
like 4 times, and the end of the show has a very touching resolution
That
with
was
him.
so good.
That I really loved. But you're right, he's not the main part of it. But things like that, they wouldn't be in the movies because the movies have to be propulsive and they're not worried about thematic depth. And they're also not worried about dealing with things like racism and stuff. Like, even Black Panther has next to no racism themes in it. You know, it's got a little bit, but like very.
Kind of touched on it, but they never get into it. Like
Yeah.
that's Killmonger's goal, kind of, but they never explicitly say it.
Yeah, so I think there's benefits to doing it the way they did it. It's not that they couldn't have made a movie out of it, but it would be different. You just would lose a lot of the scenes and some of the slow paced stuff and the character building stuff that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Just
See, and
Yeah.
I think that like it was too slow for me in a lot of parts.
Oh.
They tried to do too much, and yeah, it's definitely my least favorite of the three.
Wow, I especially like both Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that probably helps my enjoyment some.
Yeah, and I don't particularly love either of them. Winter Soldier's grown on me from that. I enjoyed him in that. Sebastian Stan does a good job.
So WandaVision.
Yeah, he really does.
Mine was like from the order we watched it. You know, I mean, WandaVision was my least favorite. Then it was the Winter Soldier.
It's
And the Falcon was yeah, and I love Loki, but I've loved Loki as a guy, you know, a
Right.
character anyway.
Loki's
He's
a
one of my
super popular
favorites.
character.
Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me. I was kind of disappointed at the ending, though. It was just kind of,
the
and I mean, they promised to do more with it, but you know,
well, just the way I would say it is the ending of Loki doesn't have a strong feeling of finality to it.
right where the other things did, or at least of change.
We're
I
supposed to-
hadn't heard that Royal Bob. He says there's supposed to be like a deadly contagion and vaccine storyline in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, I've heard that as well.
Well, all I have to say, I mean, and the only thing I can say is that the relationship that you were talking about and the development of the relationship between the Winter Soldier and Falcon, you can see it coming from a mile away. I mean, you know that in the end they're going to work together.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
I mean-
and I mean they've worked together before. They almost are too similar. They're both really good sidekicks for the super straight-laced Captain America.
Yes.
They have like sarcasm and stuff, but I didn't particularly
Yes.
love how they work with teammates with each other.
Yes.
Dang,
I
I really-
totally agree with that.
I liked the interplay. Like they were really aggressive to each other at first, and it's no spoiler to say that they gain additional respect for each other over the course of the series, right?
Yeah.
So,
But I'm
I mean-
saying that you could see that coming.
Sure, but it was still, to me, it was organically done. You know, like it grew at a nice pace, and it wasn't just like, okay, all of a sudden they treat each other totally differently or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of like what you said about Ego turning bad so rapidly. It's like, no, with this, it was just very natural that
Yeah,
by the
I
time all that
didn't-
stuff was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't have a
Okay.
problem with that at all. What Brandy's talking about, that part. That affected me.
Yeah. As I said, it just I liked it. I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to watch that Robot. But it sure is cool just to, you could think of each one of those series as a longer movie that's broken up into parts, right? And
Yep.
yeah, it's just cool to have more of that when there hadn't been any new Marvel stuff produced for like over a year because of the COVID. So the mechanic here in this level is pulling the balls out of the things that you can't move through.
Yeah. Kind of slow paced.
Yeah, it's more puzzle gamey. I think after I complete this level, then we need to try out the co-op before it's too late, because it's a separate mode.
Oh,
do I have to?
Yeah, we should. We want to show the audience what it's like.
I know, but yeah. Okay.
Never fear.
No, I'm not afraid.
There you go.
That's not the point.
Your hero Loki's not afraid, right?
What?
So did you like anything in particular about Loki, Tyler?
I thought Owen Wilson did a good job. He was really funny.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I liked his character a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one part, like, not to be, again, we're avoiding spoilers, but there was a sad part, and I was like, oh no, you know, and it worked because I really cared about the characters that they'd introduced and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's some fun cosmic stuff and the time travel, just interesting things.
Yeah, it gets a little messy sometimes. I think that, I don't know. I would say that Marvel didn't do a great job of just with time travel in Endgame.
Gold digger.
It's entertaining, but it's not maybe very accurate. Like very, I don't know.
Not very well developed.
Heck yeah, I've never seen a Korean drama, so I don't know.
Yeah, India likes Korean stuff, but she kind of idolizes it because her aunt lives there.
I saw, what's that movie that everyone liked? Parasite?
Oh, yeah. How was that?
Yeah. It's okay.
I have not seen it, even though I bought it, but I just never have gotten around to watching it. Oh,
I had a little bit of an issue with believability in it. Like,
character motivations, or just
more like, so like this family is like crazy poor, you know, that they're supposed to just, you know, all these people are crazy poor, and it's, you know, a lot about the class systems over there in Korea. And I don't know I don't know anything about that sort of stuff. But I mean, they're really good, clever scam artists, and I just struggle to think that a family with this many clever people would be struggling so much, you know, if they were willing to put their talents to practical uses.
Interesting.
So
That does sound like a good point. Yeah, we need to hurry up and watch that sometime. That came out around the same time as Jojo Rabbit because they were both Oscar contenders.
Yeah, I never saw Jojo Rabbit.
They're so good.
We went and saw Jojo Rabbit, and you know, had an interesting experience in the theater. But yeah, we never saw Parasite, so we're missing out on that. Dang it,
Yeah, that doesn't have that Taika Waititi in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
Let's restart this video. Or level.
I think you need to just go fast, because like it zooms past where you can eat it out if you don't get it out fast enough.
Okay, so we get that one. Well, the thing was, I failed to set the first one in motion. I want to set both of them in motion so we get a decent time. Ah, Real Bob hasn't seen it either. So Tyler, you're actually our resident Parasite authority around here.
That's right.
But Brandy and I watched the anime of Parasite recently, utterly unrelated. But we can talk with authority about that one. Okay, once you pull the ball, I thought it was going to roll over to somewhere useful. Does it?
No, you have to go fast enough to get it, otherwise it restarts where it was.
Okay, where would I ever get it from? Like where?
In the bottom, in the middle.
Bottom. I'm trying to see. Let's see. So I get it going here. It'll roll to that one middle. Oh, then it'll go through the bones. Yeah, well, I was forgetting about that. Okay, my bad. The Host is a better movie. I really like The Host, but the ending of The Host hurts it. It's from the same director as Parasite, by the way.
I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
It's a cool monster movie, sort of like Jaws or something, with a family trying to rescue a girl who's been taken by a deadly monster. And yeah, the effects for the time were extremely well done, and it was cool, and I liked all the family members and stuff. It has a dour ending that doesn't really fit the slightly more comedic and hopeful tone of the movie itself.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of what he's talking about, like, they absolutely have to be super depressing.
Yeah, like, for some reason they like that over there, and I will never get it. Because, you know, you want a consistent tone. So, if a movie is happy, then having a bummer ending usually hurts the movie, you know, unless... who knows? Alright, we beat another level. What's happening now? Oh, we opened up access to a new area. This is a better movie. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and try co-op real quick, shall we? Exit session. Party. It's under party. Okay, you better turn your controller back on. Yeah, it fell asleep, didn't it? Okay. Looks like we've got 5 built-in levels and also a custom option, or worlds. Okay, are you there?
I have no idea.
Push start or something. Okay, Brandy is here. How do we actually set it to 2-player? Options?
Or maybe I am.
I could have sworn that the store description for this said co-op, but it's looking to me like there is no co-op. Because that looked competitive to me. I may have to email the developer and ask him if we can't get to the bottom of this. Okay, let's try Astro Farms. Okay, I turned bots off.
So I think I'm number 2.
Alright, now Brandy is actually playing. She's number 2.
I don't even know how to play this, by the way.
We're trying to get all the stars. Just A dashes. You can hold B to move more slowly, but you don't really need to do that for this. Custom, maybe, Royal Bob says. Yeah, we can try custom after we mess with this for a minute. Are we playing to a particular goal?
I know I got hurt.
But Tyler, you know, at Co-Optimus, we only cover a game if it is truly co-op, right?
Right. It's not competitive Optimus.
There you go. Or single-player Optimus. But yeah, a lot of times, I mean, I wouldn't say it happens super frequently, but sometimes games will describe themselves as co-op, and it's really just 2 teams competing against each other. And we don't consider that co-op. That's team-based competitive.
Right.
I don't even get...
You have to be, like, working towards the same goal. Well, I mean,
How do we get...
well, I don't know.
You can't... Yeah, working towards the same goal, helping each other, but not competing against other people.
Right.
And sometimes the game will be like, well, it's cooperative, but it still gives one player a medal at the end of the level or something, but we usually wouldn't consider that competitive. I don't even know how we beat, like,
You have to,
what's the
like,
goal?
make it go away. You have to make these things go away so you can get the stars, because the stars are in the actual...
But we're getting...
Cabbage.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Whoever gets to 15 wins. That's what is going on here.
So, but we're competing.
Yeah, we're competing.
Go number 3.
And good luck, everybody in the audience.
You got it. See?
Achievement,
We're
it was worth
competing.
doing. No star for you. Star chase perfect. Is that because somebody got a 0? I guess. 2
I
achievements.
have no idea.
Yeah, at least I'm getting achievements out of it. Can't play a multiplayer level.
But
That's
only you
probably
get
it,
them.
right? Yeah, which is a shame because Brandy is signed in.
Anyway.
Oh no, more levels? No, we don't want to play more levels. Okay, but let's quit the level and let's look at custom and see if you can set it up. No levels added. Add. There's all these very specific levels. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it.
This looks like arena-based competitive stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't immediately appear. And the menus are clunky, which are not making it easier to deal with like they... But anyway.
And under adventure, it just starts you right into the game right away.
Yeah, there's no option to have a second player messing around as far as I can see. So, but...
Have her push start on our controller, maybe it'll add it.
Yeah, push start. Nothing? A button, nothing? Yeah, so... Wouldn't it be funny if I was just totally misremembering the store description? I hope that wasn't the case.
Yeah, Robob says the description only says competitive, but features say co-op.
Oh, okay. So, we've learned a valuable lesson about...
Yeah.
I don't know. About something.
Well, I'm sure,
earlier.
I'm sure the store descriptions aren't perfectly curated. They probably just put on there what the developer posts and ask them to put on there.
Yeah. Most likely. Unless it was super misleading or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Royal Bob agrees, though, that sometimes they team versus classify the wrong way. Okay, well, we'll just do one more level and wrap it up. I hear a joke.
Good.
Volleywood. That's cute. I get it.
You're doing single?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have any
Just make
particular thoughts, any particular reaction to the game, Tyler?
It looks okay. I don't know. I don't know that I could play it for an extended period of time.
It may, perhaps short sessions do suit
Yeah.
it best.
Yeah.
But
It
it's
looks okay. It could look better, but it certainly could look a lot worse. And I've seen a lot worse looking games.
and I mean it's like nothing else. You know, you can't
Right.
very well. So that's usually worth something.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got some interesting things going on with, a fairly simple premise overall of just moving around a screen and collecting objects. It has some, interesting ideas, like growing up and stuff.
Yeah, the sense of humor certainly helps because there aren't enough silly games. Oops. Oh, still haven't beaten the level. Dang it. There's some real challenge. Probably be easier if I wasn't talking again.
Yeah.
But beat the level, yeah! Congratulations, Spouse Pull. 9 to 13 hours of game left to beat. How do you know that, Royal Bob? Did you look up the... you looked up the estimated game length? But if it had really been co-op, then I had hoped to write about it at Co-Optimus, as just a way to thank the developer.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose I won't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to. Try barfing balls in new places.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Barf them all out.
Yeah.
At least it lets you turn the barf down if you don't like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because somebody likes it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I like barf in real life. Hey, those guys are stealing my balls. Get back here. Dang it.
Stupid potato bugs.
Let's restart the level because I'm not going to be able to easily get back there.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Okay, once again. Get all the balls. Okay, quickly navigate over to where I'm supposed to go. Don't let these guys go. Ah! What am I
Jenna
So many more to get now.
Has been testing Halo Infinite.
Oh, yeah. I know that one of my boss at Co-Optimus has, and he likes it.
It's just the multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
And I heard it was like against bots mostly.
Is it? Yeah, I don't even know.
Thought I'd heard that. Think it'll be ready by this November?
It has to. But I really don't know what making the competitive multiplayer free to play is going to do to it. It's hard for me to.
That's weird. Seems like a weird business, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll have a. It's guaranteed to have a ton of people playing that way. So for player base, it's good. Do I want to get everyone?
Just start the level over.
Yeah, I don't like this level. So it looks like I want to get all the balls over to the left side so they're away from the stupid bugs.
Well, there was just... The only thing that happened was... I don't think you can because the arrow's on the ground.
Oh, will the balls not fly all the way over there?
So,
Let's try. By George, you're right.
yeah.
So what do I do about the stupid
You
pill
had
bugs?
it last time. You just missed one right in the middle.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so... Fine. But having to deal with...
You have to pay for single and co-op, but not the competitive multiplayer. I don't know, it looked like you handled the bugs fine last time.
Okay, don't try what I just did, because that was a dumb
don't do
idea.
that.
Alright. Alright, we'll give it a shot. I'd love to beat this final area. But if I had a better idea about what to do about the bugs, that would be best. Can I grab them and shoot them off somewhere? I think I
I
can.
thought you were.
Maybe I was. I mean, one of them is out in the distance. There we go. I did it! Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you for believing in me, everyone.
I believe in you. I believe in fairies.
3 more levels to go. Let's do this. And have you been able to play anything lately, Tyler? You said you've been pretty busy with stuff.
I played like 2 hours of Miles Morales. That's it for the last week or so.
How are you liking that one?
It's okay. I probably shouldn't have played it right after Spider-Man, but I have it, and I'd like to trade it in when I'm done with it while it still has a little bit of value, so...
That makes sense. You know, I'm trying to sell my PlayStation 4 Pro right now.
Oh, you didn't take the money from that other guy?
Well, I've got... Which other guy?
You got like an offer for $390 or something?
Well, that dude couldn't handle replying to messages. Because it's such a difficult thing.
Welcome to the world of selling locally. Like,
yeah, I mean, all these...
People are complete flakes.
And it just sucks. Like, if you would just say, I changed my mind, then that I would totally understand. Yeah. But instead, I'll act like I'm interested and then just not respond, because I am a sociopath. But anyway, I've got a Facebook friend, whom I met in person in Washington a long time ago, the first time I ever went to Washington. And he is interested in buying it from me, but it's contingent on him getting some money from selling eBay things. He's kind of like you in that regard. So if he successfully does that, then hopefully I'll be selling it to him next week. And I'm not charging him for shipping, and the shipping's actually going to be about 35-ish probably.
Yeah.
But for $440, I cover the shipping of 40 or so. Then I'm still getting $400, which is better than $380.
Yep.
Yeah, and
fine with that, especially since you're not having to do it like through eBay where you're giving them 12%.
Yes. Exactly. Bye, Mongbox. We'll miss you. And it's a friend, you know, like, it feels better to help a friend if you can, or rather than dealing with somebody who might try to rob you or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm just trying to collect all the yellow balls when they come along.
Yeah.
But it's frantic.
Spikes.
Yeah. This is pretty creative. There's a lot of balls.
Is your friend like a big Spider-Man fan that the console would be like a fun collector's item?
He just seems to be a big video game collector. Like, some of the games he's selling on eBay are really cool games that have gone up in value a lot. You know, like House of the Dead for the Sega Saturn, that's worth quite a bit.
Gotcha.
He's an older dude, you know, I don't have that much in common with him, but he's nice. Okay, let's restart the level.
Aren't you just one ball away?
Yeah, but my time was running out.
Oh, you screw up.
Just gotta keep my eye on the prize better. Yeah, the throwing up is still a little bit confusing to me, but I guess I would get the hang of it if I played enough.
Yeah, it seems like when you take damage from those spikes, it makes you throw up. Maybe you're eating the spikes on accident. It's making you throw up or something.
Could be. But yeah, avoiding them does the trick. Come on, one more. Nope.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for it to come back around. And then we'll have it. What's Darker Player asking? Does mean you not created. Oh yeah, Royal Bob was talking about this weird game called Who's Your Daddy, a playtest of it. It's been on PC for about 10 years, he says. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, never heard of it.
I think Royal Bob's also... What in the world are we doing here?
Eating sandwiches or something, they told you. Oh, you're building a sandwich, maybe.
And what do I do with it once I built it?
I have no idea. Throw it in the garbage. Oh, you forgot to put cheese on that. Figure. Oh, that one needs lettuce.
Oh, lettuce, I see. Okay, and that one needs cheese. Go grab the cheese. This is so strange.
Like
Ah!
overcooked.
A giant monster took it! What'd you say?
It's like overcooked.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Okay, now I need a top piece of bread. Oh crap.
Like
Yeah, I think
overtime?
you're trying to feed the monster, maybe.
Why?
Hate it when giant monsters take my cheese.
Is he dropping the... Wait, oh, they want to throw the trash. They want to throw it in the trash.
I don't know if they're like helping or they're just like randomly moving. I don't know.
I think they're trying to get rid of sandwiches. They're just trying to mess with it to make it harder to do right.
Everyone has one. I wonder. Everyone has one. I have no idea how the score works.
Yeah, very bizarre.
Yeah, because you didn't get points for that one.
Do you think only one spot is mine, and I have to build on that specific spot?
Oh, maybe.
Well, I'm up to 2.
Yeah, keep building on the top left.
Gotcha. Well, I wish I had noticed that sooner.
Actually, I bet you that's right. Because you're helping out everyone else.
I know.
Yay! You're so helpful.
I'm a helper. Level complete. At least we beat the last level.
Figured it out just in time to be able to beat it.
Yay, and I got my bronze medal. So everybody, we have been playing Pig Eat Ball for Xbox. It is also on PlayStation, Switch, and Steam. It's on everything. It's, I believe, $15. Is that right, Tyler?
Yeah, that's what it said in the newsletter.
Right on. Comes from Mommy's Best Games. They've got some other games too, so hopefully we'll be able to stream another one in the future. But it has been a lot of fun checking this out. I just, I had Marvel stuff on the mind, so it kind of pulled me out of things a little bit. Yeah, but still really fun to play it and talk about cool stuff with my good buddy Tyler.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, the cool stuff.
Right on. So thank you for co-hosting tonight, Tyler. You did a great job as always.
Awesome. Yep, happy to be here.
Brandy Bell, thanks for sitting along and playing a bit with me.
Always.
Right on. Thanks to all of you guys for hanging out with us. Please remember we stream every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So we'll see you next week. And remember, don't hate, appreciate.
See you guys.
Bye.
That ought to hold those little SOBs.
Indeed.
That's how Darkfire. I can't spell like nothing.
I always do, Bob Jones. No. So let's say bye to all our friends who showed up tonight. Of course, we had Royal Bob and Bob Jones, the two Bobs, brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Good brothers, good
Brothers
friends.
and Bob.
There you go, brothers and Bob. It's perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, Jono, Dre Blinken was here. Darker Player, Mongbox, of course. Ikiaz, thanks for running the contest.
Heaven Smile.
Heaven Smile, yeah. Heaven Smile, we really missed you on Wednesday, buddy.
VDH was
It
here
was
too.
not the same without you. VDH, yes.